Hey guys, here's the vlog thing I promised you guys on Wednesday. So, I'm Boot, we're in New Jersey, and this is Allie, one of my good friends and fellow sleever.
Hi.
And today we're going to do a little bit of talking about some of the stuff you guys have asked us and just some stuff in general.
Yeah, so go ahead, Keith. You can start.
Okay, well, so far we got 2 questions.
Well, actually, you should really start because I saw they had to wait to hear your good news till this video.
Right.
So
Oh,
that's
right.
what you should start with.
Oh, yeah, good idea. So anyways, I went and saw my doctor, Greco, at Statewide Bariatric on Wednesday and got weighed in, and I lost 23 pounds as of the surgery, which was really, really good. And he cleared me for stage 2 diet, which is like soups, like bean soups mainly that are pureed, because I'm still kind of liquid. You know, it's a regular liquid diet, you know, not clear liquids. So that's a plus, but I'm still doing like the water and the shakes and the Powerade, you know, whatever water I can get in. Soup broth is pretty good too, I found.
Yeah, not for me, it wasn't.
No. Now, how far are you out?
Okay, I am 4 weeks out today, and I lost 82 pounds.
That's great.
Yes.
It's really great.
Yep.
Definitely. Congrats on that.
Thanks.
I hope I lose fucking 80-something pounds by my 4 weeks.
You will, because
Shit.
you're a guy, and you're already halfway there.
You know what I'm realizing too? I'm kind of thinking that like...
Well, no, I didn't lose 82 pounds in a month. That's pre-surgery. I lost 40 pounds in 4 weeks.
Oh, okay. All
from
right.
surgery.
Okay, yeah, that's different. So...
I was going to say, don't give me that much credit.
When I originally got weighed in, I was 45 pounds heavier than I am now. So, I mean, altogether it's been 45 pounds.
That's good.
Like, I'm afraid that, like, now that I'm going to start eating things, that it's going to affect the way my body is working.
No.
And I'm going to lose less.
No.
You know what I mean?
Not at all, because think of it, our stomach is only able to hold 4 ounces. The most, when the swelling goes down, they say it could hold up to is 6 ounces.
Right.
So when is the last time you had a 6-ounce meal before surgery?
Today. Oh,
no,
before
surgery.
Oh, jeez.
Have you ever had a 6-ounce meal pre-surgery?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not even talking about the diet.
Yeah.
I'm talking
I would do like, instead of like, you know, for lunch, instead of like a protein and a vegetable or something, I did straight 6 ounces of like tuna or whatever.
No, but I'm not talking about the pre-surgical diet. I mean, like, before, when we were like fat people, like real big fat people.
Yeah, forget it, dude.
That point is what I'm trying to
I had plenty of 6-ounce meals, just in a row, at one sitting.
Yeah, is what I mean. So, like, that's what I mean. So you're not... I get that fear, though, because that's something that I had, too, is eating regular food, wondering, am I going to gain weight? Am I going to not, you know, still lose because I'm eating normal food? And that's just not the case. You still will lose, but you have to... It's not like I'm going out and eating a Big Mac or shoving a double cheeseburger in a half cup of... where I can eat it, but, you know, you make the choices, like, better choices.
Right.
So, you're going to be, just because you're having regular food, you're not going to gain weight back with that.
Right on. I mean, I would think it would speed up your metabolism, too, you know, eating certain foods.
Yeah, because, I mean, the goal is to get protein from whole foods. They want you to have protein from chicken and fish and meat and dairy. They want that instead of fries. And although I don't think there's protein in fries. I don't think there's protein in potatoes.
Yeah, I don't know. There probably is a little bit. Probably just
not
a little
what we
bit.
should have.
Yeah,
like,
no, we're close.
It's not like you should go get a 10-piece nugget at McDonald's and say that's my protein.
Now, you had something interesting happen with your shakes. Yes. I know you were doing, what were you doing, the Unjury, right?
Yes.
Same as I am.
I started Unjury pre-surgery, and I loved it. It was great. It dissolved awesome. So I thought, you know, that's what I'm going to do after surgery, because I like it so much. And that's not the case.
What was your favorite flavor of it?
I love the chocolate Splendor. It was my favorite.
Yeah, I love the chocolate Splendor with the, I use that PB2.
Yeah, that's...
And it's like a peanut butter cup.
It's great.
Awesome.
It's great. It's just right now I hate shakes.
Yeah.
I don't like the sweet shakes. I can't really handle chocolate, strawberry, vanilla. I just don't really like it. And I kind of struggled with that last week a lot with getting shakes in and getting the proper amount of protein, because when you have surgery and the first 3 months they call it the honeymoon phase because you're not hungry. So that's something that my family is not used to, not seeing me eat a lot. So everybody was starting just to get concerned because I needed to take in 60 grams of protein minimum. And I wasn't. And it was really difficult for me to get it in with the Andre because I'm kind of over shakes and liquid. But I managed. I now have protein water. 20 grams of protein, whey protein isolate. Very expensive, but does the trick.
And what's the cost of it?
$3.99 for one and $45.99 for 12. But there is another brand that they sell online at Walmart that has 15 grams of protein. That is $23.99 for a case of 12. So it's half the price.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, no, not at all.
But then isn't it half the protein too? Or
It's 5 grams less.
Yeah.
It's 5 grams less, but for me at the stage I'm at, which is soft foods for the next 3 weeks, I'm supposed to limit my protein shakes to 2 shakes as opposed to 4 shakes. Because they want me to get it from food. They want my protein to come from food. Yeah.
That's not bad. That's definitely, I mean, you are going to get some of your protein from your food, yeah, and then you don't want the extra, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Well, that ricotta bake that I showed you, that 1 2-ounce serving has 15 grams of protein in it.
Now I'm going to have to post that ricotta bake under this YouTube
Yeah,
video.
you're going to have to put the recipe below. I'll give it to you.
Definitely.
Because it's great. I highly recommend if you get this surgery and you're on pureed or soft foods.
Or if you're on a diet.
This. Or if you're on a diet. You don't even have to have surgery to enjoy this.
Yeah.
Because you can use full-fat milk, full-fat ricotta cheese, full-fat mozzarella.
So it probably tastes a lot better.
It might, but I thought you couldn't tell. Honestly, once it's baked in the oven, you really can't tell the difference.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Now,
technically we got 3 questions.
Yeah, well, did we?
Yeah, because I think your nephew, if you're watching this,
yes,
he left a question on
yes,
your
he
YouTube
did,
channel.
and he asked if it hurt.
Yeah, so you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
You go first.
Okay.
Well, why don't you tell us your run through of your, surgery bit and before and after.
Okay, so like pre-surgery?
Yeah, like pre-surgery until when you woke up. Because I think that's the time I had the most pain,
What do you mean you had the most pain pre-surgery?
I mean like...
You mean like the day of surgery?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
You should have just said that.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay, so the day of surgery, I was a nervous wreck. This was the first surgery I ever had. I did not know what to expect. Even though they prepare you very well at Statewide, they really do. It's just I was a hypochondriac and thinking all the worst things were going to happen to me, and I was nervous.
And okay, here's a question for you: if God forbid something would have happened, did you take any precaution or tell anybody anything?
No.
I did.
He made a video.
I made a video,
watched it, and I was like, "What are you doing?"
And I told my mom, I'm like, "Look, Mom, if something happens, just covering all my bases here. Something happens and I don't make it, watch my YouTube." She's like, "Okay."
I was like, "What are you doing?
Like,
That's so
let's
crazy."
hope not.
I didn't even think of that because I was just going into, even though I was petrified and scared,
right.
I was trusting Dr. Greco so much that I knew that there was no way that he would mess anything up. And even Dr. Lujan, who worked with my surgery, with Dr. Greco, he's incredible, too. I can't say enough good things about Statewide. They probably are annoyed by me because I talk about them all the time.
Yeah. I mean,
they're great.
A lot of your videos on Facebook are like infomercials for bariatrics.
It is. I should be the spokesperson. So when I got there, the first person I saw was my aunt, who came, and I tried not to cry because seeing her there, I almost was like, okay, why are all these people coming? Am I gonna die? Like, all my family, no joke, there was literally 5 or 6 people surrounding me while I was in the waiting area to go before I went back into the OR. And that's like the worst because I was the second surgery scheduled, so I had to wait an hour since I got there, and my whole family was sitting around me, and it was nice. Like, it was comforting to have all that love surrounding me, but at the same time I was like really nervous, really, really nervous. And time came, and they literally said, okay, your family will go sit in the waiting room and you'll be done. And then they lift the bed up. They like hike it super high. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, okay, just, lay flat right now. We're just going to go around the corner. And the woman was talking to me about grocery shopping, which I'm like, okay, listen, I'm about to get cut. I don't want to hear about grocery shopping right now. So the most difficult part was when they tell you to go onto the OR table, and I watch Grey's Anatomy. Who doesn't? I mean,
not me.
Well, people do, and that's the image I had in my head of like an OR, like that people were gonna be watching me, and like I'm gonna
stands,
and they're gonna be like arguing and like fighting over my body or something. So when I got into the OR, there was literally 15 people reaching at me like all over, and as they're like, okay, well, you're moving your body over to the OR table. So I'm like, okay. So the OR table is like this big. I'm like this big. So it was like, okay, I'm nervous, but I moved myself over, and then they started tying me down. Now, I was conscious. No, they didn't give me any medicine to calm me down, nothing. They just started tying my arms down. One nurse took one arm, another nurse took another arm. They're like, I need blankets, I need to raise her arm. And so they were tying me down, and the anesthesiologist put in the anesthesia, and he did say to me, he said it would burn, and that was the first time I actually felt the burn go in my arm.
So you did have IV anesthesia?
I did. I had IV anesthesia, and I also got the mask on my face.
Okay.
Because they said it was pure oxygen. No. I'm not stupid, because they put it over my face. They didn't do that, like, count 10 to 1 thing. They were like, okay, take deep breaths. And the next thing I knew, I woke up in the recovery room. And I was told by them that I opened my eyes and fell back to sleep, which they say is normal, because this was the first time I had anesthesia where I was out for a length of time. And honestly, I woke up myself, and the nurse there, he was incredible. He was like, how are you? Are you okay? He's like, are you in pain? And I just couldn't think. The fact that I was alive, I was so excited. So I was so happy. And I'm like, I'm just sore. He's like, that's normal. And he's like, why don't you press the pain pump? So I'm like, okay. So I pressed it, and it made me nauseous immediately, because they give you some pretty potent stuff in the hospital.
Did they wake you up in your room, or?
I woke up in the recovery, and I wanted out of my bed.
Oh, man.
I wanted to get out of my bed. I literally was in that awake for a half hour before they wheeled me up to my room, and I was like laying in the bed. And the nurse came in, and she was like, okay, I'm going to take your vitals. And I'm like, okay, then I'm going to walk. And she's like, no, you're not. She's like, no, you're not walking. I said, wait, no, yeah, I'm supposed to. Like, I have to walk. She's like, no, honey. She's like, you just had surgery, and we have to check your vitals every 15 minutes for the first hour. So, no, you need to stay right there. I was like, well, I got to pee. I was like, I just wanted out of the bed because I was so uncomfortable laying in bed. And she's like, okay, because I had compression boots on, and I just wanted out. And like my family, because the surgery only takes an hour, they were out to eat, Well, I came out of recovery. They weren't even in the hospital. My aunt got the phone call. Had to call my mom, my dad, and everyone that came. I was like, she's out and in her room. And they're like, oh, we're eating. And I'm typical of my family. Love you all, but it's typical of my family. And so I just wanted out. Really just wanted to out. I started off in a private room, actually.
Oh, nice.
And then I got moved in with a roommate. And I was up that day just walking. I did not want to stay in bed. I was not comfortable in bed. I didn't want to take any pain medicine. I just kind of wanted to feel everything, you know, kind of feel every bit of it that I've been working so hard for this. So I wanted to feel it. And like I said, well, you don't know because you're not on Facebook with me, but I'm not a hero or anything like that. Get on her Facebook.
Okay, so I'm editing the video, and I just got to this part, and I realized where she said, you know, she's not a hero. And I have to say, in my opinion, I see her as a hero to me, and a very big inspiration because, you know, our gap isn't that far between where she's had surgery and where I've had surgery, and she's been there and done that and stuck to it, you know. So I look to her for advice. And so to me, she is a bit of a hero and an inspiration at the same time. And by this, I hope that, you know, both of us have inspired anybody out there to start losing weight or, you know, start their weight loss journey or, you know, understand what the, you know, what happens when you do this kind of thing. So, yeah, I'm going to not ramble anymore and let's get back to the video.
I just chose not to have pain medicine or anything like that, and I chose to walk a lot because something that they said that they would do that they didn't really encourage you to get out of bed, which was shocking to me because they say they encourage you to get out of bed, but they didn't encourage me because I just didn't want to stay in bed. Like I was out of bed the whole time I was there. I mean, I was walking the first day. I did like 6 laps the first day of surgery. Mm-hmm. So to answer your nephew's question, was I in pain? I mean, the gas pain from the anesthesia, it wasn't nothing that I couldn't handle. It felt like I had a really bad stomach ache. I mean, that was mostly what I felt.
Well, gas pain, too, comes from when they're doing the surgery, they actually blow up your guts with air. Or I think it's carbon dioxide or something.
Yeah, they do with something.
And they blow you up so that they can see everything clearly where everything is.
Mm-hmm.
So, and when they sew you back up, they try to get that air out, but a lot of it stays in. So you have to like move around a lot so that it works out into your bloodstream and into your body, and you end up burping and farting like crazy. So
it's not like glamour.
It's not glamorous in one way or the other.
It is not about being glamorous.
It's not like you just went in there for a fucking snip and tuck, you know what I mean?
Definitely not. And you cannot be shy because you just have to let it out. And it has to happen because it'll bring you comfort and you'll feel better.
See, I was lucky. My roommate, he had hearing aids. So he didn't hear anything. I was letting him rip left and right.
Well, my roommate had the same surgery and the same surgeon, so it actually worked out because we both went through the experience together. And I felt like that helped me a lot because even though we were at two different places, but we both went through the same thing and we had the same surgeon, so it was literally everything was the same. She literally was the surgery ahead of me.
Oh, nice.
So
you kind of like she knew what you were going through.
Yeah, it was nice to have, you know, that understanding. Yeah. Like, okay, well, if someone's passing gas or burping, oh well, I'm doing the same thing.
It's like, oh, my turn.
Yeah. So. So I mean that's it.
I mean, my first day went like this. Well, that's about all we got for now. I want to wrap this up and say thank you to Allie for joining us.
Of course.
And thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And we'll see you guys next time.
Sure. I hate it.
And the light is on.
Okay, well.
Okay.
You need to start.
Okay. For the second week diet for stage 2, which is like...
Hold on. You gotta have to edit this out. Just
totally leaving it in. Totally. This is going in the bloopers. You're going to be at the end of the video with the beeps.
I'm trying not to talk. Alright, go ahead. Start again.
And I currently lost 82 pounds.
Awesome. That's freaking awesome.
Wait, can you repeat? Wait, say lost again. Do that again because you said it weird. Go ahead. Sorry. Cut this out.
Jesus.
Oh my god, we're
So
never
leaving
going to
it
get
in.
through this video.
Leaving it in.